Hi, welcome back to Chefs at Home with Micki and Jeff. I'm Jeff.
I'm Micki.
That's Micki. Micki is a little under the weather today, but she's back there. She's pushing buttons, and for that we're appreciative. So today we are tackling that ultimate Tex-Mex classic, the crunchy ground beef taco. This is my signature recipe for ground beef filling. It's gotten us through festivals and late nights and lean times and just those days when you absolutely have to have a taco, and fast food's not going to do it. Not going to sate that desire. I've taught this recipe to countless people. I'm here to share it with you tonight. I think it'll last you, well, forever. We'll be right back. So you can look anywhere on YouTube and find really, really awesome recipes for made from scratch ground beef taco mix. And, you know, more power to you. God knows we love from scratch cooking. Our whole restaurant was based around from scratch cooking, really authentic Mexican recipes. But there are those days. You get home, most days probably, there are those days. You get home, you just want to get a meal on the table. You want it to be something everybody's going to like, something that speaks to you. One that doesn't have you toasting and grinding spices for an hour first. I get that. So that's what we're going to do today. This has been one of our favorite go-to easy meals for years and years. We've used it professionally at big events, Coachella, Stagecoach, and it uses, and in our personal lives, I mean all the time. It uses the ingredients that you commonly buy at the grocery store. Ground beef, onions, canned diced green chilies, fresh lime, seasonings, and yes, that ubiquitous McCormick taco seasoning mix packet that, everybody seems to poo-poo, but it's just a mix of spices from the guys that have been doing spices for the longest. They make it in now mild, original, and hot. We're using the hot. The original works great. I've never tried the mild because it doesn't really suit me. To top it all off, and this is the kicker, we're going to simmer the whole thing in Mexican beer and lime. You're going to love this. We're going to go to the stove. So we're going to start simply. We're going to take about a tablespoon of peanut oil. You could use canola too. Peanut's what we've got. It's what we like the flavor of.
Tablespoonish.
Tablespoon-ish. And just swirl it around your pan. Let it get to, almost smoking. I hate any direction that tells you to get to almost something, but that's where we are. Shiny. Get it to shiny, shimmery, and almost smoking. So our peanut oil is shimmery and shiny, just like Micki said. Almost to smoking, I'm quite sure. We're going to add our onions. Looks like a lot of onions, doesn't it? And it is a lot of onion. It's one large onion, diced up pretty fine. But the thing is, it's all just going to disappear in the taco meat eventually. And we're going to take diced green chilies, liquid and all, and dump them in. I'm using 1 can per pound of ground beef that I'm doing. We also use other ground meats all the time. We'll use a combination of beef and turkey, or even just ground turkey. Now, I will say, on the diced green chili front, if you can find these, and you can typically only find them in season, they come from Hatch, New Mexico, Hatch diced green chilies, use them. Use Hatch diced green chilies. We used to have people bring them in from New Mexico to us in California during season. Hatch diced green chilies. But the Ortega diced green chilies, we're using the hot again, but the original work fine, the mild work fine, and they work great for this.
It gives it a vinegary.
Yeah, the whole thing gives it. That's why we've got the juice down in there. It gives the whole thing kind of a vinegary bite. We're just going to stir that up. Add some salt and pepper to the onions. The liquid's going to cook away pretty quickly. Cook into the onions. And we're going to let that go for, 3 or 4 minutes. I'm at medium-high heat right now. We're going to let that go for 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to add the ground beef. Be right back. we've got some color, nice color on our onions. All the flavors are working together. We've cooked away any of the liquid, and the onions have started to release their own liquid. We're going to go ahead and add our ground beef to this and brown it with the onion and peppers from here. We've got a couple of pounds of, we've got 9310 grass-fed ground beef. But that's only because we're snobs and we're filming.
93.7.
Excuse me, we have 93.7. Mickey's right. Math good. You can use anything. I mean, we typically will use like a 90-10 ground sirloin. We've used 80-20, 85-10.
Turkey.
Ground turkey. Ground turkey's awesome. I like I said, I like to mix the grass-fed beef with the ground turkey. We're gonna get this all sort of spread in there. We're gonna give the hands a quick wash and add some spices to it. Now, we're using the hot taco seasoning this time. I will often add some cayenne to the meat as it's cooking, and I'll probably just put a little bit now because we're not afraid of spices at all. Salt and pepper, that's really what we're looking for here. Considerable amount of both.
Clear my side.
Good pinches, as Mickey says. What's that?
Clear my side, isn't
And then I'm just going to add probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne right to the top. Maybe a little more. We like it spicy. Go ahead and hit it. Alright, once we've got our spices on there, we're just going to kind of go in there and break it up and start mixing the onions in. And I know that this is looking very heavy on onions right now. Don't worry, in the end, that's not going to be what it looks like, but it is going to give it a fantastic flavor and texture. So Mickey is reminding me right now that there is a secret my mom taught me about browning meat some time ago, and that's get it to where you want it and walk away. Let the pan do its job. I'm just trying to get it mixed up well enough right now. I'm going to step back. I'm still at medium-high heat. We're going to let it do its job, come back, turn it some more, and we'll be back with you in just a second. Once your meat's brown, you know, you can kind of taste when it's brown, it's solid. It's got a lot of great flavor going on. This recipe gets super, super easy. We're going to take our taco seasoning packet. I have 2 pounds of meat. I only have 1 taco seasoning packet. I know that seems counterintuitive, given the instructions. We're going to slow cook this so it seeps in and really absorbs over kind of, you know, like 20, 30 minutes. It can go as long as an hour, depending on how much time you have and beer you want to put into it. Sprinkle the whole thing over there, over the meat, and add 1 full Negro Modelo. We love Negro Modelo. If we're in Texas, we would use Shiner Bock because we're readily able to find it. Dos Equis Amber. Obviously, these are all darker beers, and we like the darker beers. But you don't have any of those? That's okay. You got a PBR sitting in the back of your fridge that you don't know what to do with. Grab the PBR. Use that. That's going to work great. The darker beers give a little more flavor to it. You see, it's nice and liquidy in there. The carbonation kind of gets in and works with the spices to start evenly distributing them, more evenly distributing them. Once we have that going, I'm going to add some lime. I'm going to squeeze in the juice of, 1/2 to 1 full lime, depending on how juicy it is. These are pretty juicy. I may start with 1/2 and adjust as we go on. It's at a really rolling simmer right now. We're going to turn it down to kind of low. I'm going to put it like between 2 and 3 here. And we're going to let it simmer until all the liquid is gone. Or just about all the liquid is gone. We're just trying to get all of it. Notice I didn't drain the meat either. I kind of want the fat to absorb back in. It's only 7% fat to begin with. Want the fat and the liquid all to absorb back into the meat, which is going to give it just fantastic flavor. So we're going to let that simmer, and we'll be back. So you see, when I pull this away and there's no liquid left at the bottom, I've been turning it sort of constantly. Hopefully you can see some of that from the time lapse that we did of the thing reducing. Still really moist, but no loose liquid. Now, if you would like this to be more intense, more flavorful, you can do what I'm going to do. I'm going to take about half of this beer and add it again. Not starting over exactly, but I am giving the thing a little more liquid, a little more time to just sit and braise in this stuff. It's ready now. Before I put this in, it's ready now. Micki's making signs, hand signals behind. No, it's really... You could always add more lime if you need it. Mine is really citrusy. It's really kind of perfect on that front. It doesn't need any more citrus. What I am going to let it do is have the beer soak in for just a little while longer. I'm going to bring this back up to a simmer, let it go. This was about a half an hour. I'm going to let it go another half an hour. But it was ready to eat right then, and truly delicious. I mean, it's outstanding. So. It looks awesome. We let it go a second time. You really, really, really don't need to. Any beer you don't use, you get to drink. So that certainly lends itself to brevity. We use this not only for tacos. We're going to make some tacos, throw some pictures up. They're going to look great. They're going to be great. But we use this for not only tacos, but burritos, breakfast tacos. Omelette. I know those are all tacos. Omelets. Taco salad, which is taco salad is my very, very favorite, man. That's leftover taco salad I can eat for days and just adore. This is it. Like I said, take a look at the pictures.
If it freezes really well, too.
Micki says it freezes really well.
It does.
So there it is too. I hope you guys make it. I hope you guys give us our comments. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, of course, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to our channel because we'd love to see you again. And if you make this recipe, comment. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you.
All right.